Hey guys, it's Drea. So today I have for you a collab video with my BFF Alex, who is Alejandra Lizette on YouTube and on Instagram. We've done lots of collabs over the years and it's been a while. So she is doing a single shadow month on her channel and she asked for ideas. And I sent her an idea that she already had, which was single shadow bingo. And she said, why don't we do it together? So I'm so excited to be doing it with her. If you have not ever checked out her channel before, please do. She puts out content, I want to say like 6 days a week. Is it 6 days? It's at least 5 days. She puts up tons of content, really good stuff. And her collection is to die for. So for this collab, we picked 50 single eyeshadows. We picked them ourselves randomly, lined them up, and in a second you're gonna see me actually like getting her email. She picked my numbers and I randomly picked her numbers. So we didn't know what shadows we were gonna be getting until the other person emailed us. So you're gonna see that in a second. I'll flash back to that and then I'll go ahead and put it all in my face. But I'm gonna link to her video down in my description bar below and to her channel. So make sure you go check it out. I can't wait to see what she comes up with because her collection is massive and I don't even know what shadow she picked. So it should be really good. So let's get into it. So here are all the singles. I've got 10 Sydney Grace shadows in here. So I'm sitting over here, so I'm actually gonna do like one starting up here and 50 down here. Yes, you can see my finger. Anyways, these are all Sydney Grace shadows. So I've got 1 through 5, 5 through 10. Then I've got another row here, 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 and here. I tried to make them kind of like random, so I didn't put all like my Colourpop together. I didn't put all my pigments together. I kind of like made them random so that it can be extra random. So here's my phone and I'm gonna see what Alex emailed me. No identifying information here so you guys can see. Don't open until you film. I'm filming right now. So I've got 45, 27, 31, 50, and 12. So 45, so this is a row 4, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 45. Okay, so this is 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this one here is a Colourpop single shadow in the shade Tiki. Number 27. So this is 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I was actually hoping to use this one because I have never used this eyeshadow. I don't think. This is a Colourpop shadow in this shade Solstice with the Mostest. Actually, I think I might have used this one time, but probably just one time. The next one is going to be number 31. So 10, 20, 31. These are all my Colourpop shadows so far. I seriously tried not to put a lot of Colourpop in here, like not all of it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, this is the shade Martian. This is an interesting and weird kind of color combination happening right here. The next one is 50. So this one down here is actually another Colourpop shadow and the shade Crackle. Wow, these don't go together at all. And then number 12, so this is 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is another Colourpop, but at least it's a pigment. This is the shade The Archer. So we've got all Colourpop. So that is not what I expected at all. This is a really interestingly weird color story. And I guess we'll have to see what we can do with it. I am so happy though I have this shade here, which is a nice, like at least matte that I can use. So let's get to it. So as you can see, this might as well have just been called the Colourpop bingo because I ended up picking 5 Colourpop shadows. And I tried to like randomize. I had one line of all Colourpop, but then I tried to like randomize them throughout the rest of the 50 eyeshadows, and I still ended up with 50 Colourpop eyeshadows. The one thing that's throwing me off, like I could do something with those kind of orangey shades and this pink, but this is throwing me off. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna swatch everything and maybe that will give me an idea. So here's the 5 shades. The Archer is not gonna look like this because when you wet it, it gets a lot more intense, but at least this will give us some kind of idea. This shade here, Martian, is matte with some sparkle in it, but you can't really see the sparkle like, it's one of those weird shades. It's matte with sparkle that disappears when you use it. So these two might as well be matte. Obviously, like, I really think this, maybe this shouldn't be my lid shade. I was thinking this should be my lid shade, but if I make this and this lid shades with these two, that might be better. And then I could just use this either maybe an inner corner or underneath the lash line, just like an accent, because look at that color story without that. That's actually pretty cool. And then that can just be an accent. You know what? I think that's gonna have to be what I do. I really wanted to use the shade Solstice with the Mostest all over my lid, but I think I'm gonna have to forego that idea and just go with everything else. So obviously I have already done the rest of my face makeup. I'll link to like what else I'm wearing on my face down below. I'm gonna take the shade Tiki. I actually love this shade. I use it a lot, just whenever I'm using my Colourpop eyeshadows, because you can see it's a really nice transition. It's quite light, but it's still yellow. So you can kind of have a little bit of a pop of yellow. And I might go back to this shade a little bit after to blend things out. But yeah, there's that shade Tiki. I'm gonna grab Martian. I'm going to try to kind of put it mostly in my crease, but it might end up a little bit in the outer corner as well. And I tap off my brush in between dipping my brush in and putting it on my eyes just to get any excess off. So I'll try to take that. I like to put it down right in the outer corner and then work it into the crease a little bit like that. That way it's not too overwhelming in the crease. Look how pretty those two colors are together. Like, that's just like summertime, I don't know, like sunset vibes. Really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to stick with this one mostly on the, you know what, I just had a little idea that I kind of like. I'm gonna take some of Tiki and I'm actually gonna put that in my most inner corner, because I like having a little bit of a lighter shade, and I feel like Crackle, is that it? I feel like Crackle is just a little bit too dark for right in the inside, and I think it might be nice to have a matte just right in the inside. I'm not gonna wet Crackle. I'm just gonna take that on a flat shader brush and kind of make it blend right into that Tiki shade. I'm gonna probably go back into Tiki as well to blend that some more. Time to grab a brush for wiping away fallout. I probably should have thought of that too, because the Archer, that one is going to have a ton of fallout. I know it. Before I use the Archer though, let me grab a pencil brush and we're going to go into Solstice with the Mostest. I think it's going to be better on the lower lash line as an accent as opposed to in the inner corner, just because of what I did with the yellow. So I'm kind of sad that I can't kind of feature this a little bit more on the lid, but I don't think it would have worked as nicely. You would think that I'm like Aurora, Sleeping Beauty in the forest with the bird sounds, but really there's lots of birds, but there's also a highway 2 streets over, so you also hear loud truck sounds and motorcycles and that kind of thing. But the bird sounds are so pleasant. Okay, what do you think? Not so bad, right? Like, you can still see the color, but it's not the focus color. And then I'm gonna go into this. So this is the Kathleen Lights X Colourpop Pigment in the Archer. I don't think you can still get this. Whoa. They have these little stoppers that do not stay in, but you need to keep them because it's loose. And let me tell you, I've never dropped one, but it's like one of my worst nightmares. Imagining what would happen if I did. So I like to use Fix Plus on another flat shader brush, and then sometimes I dip that in and use it, and then, but sometimes, because there's a lot of fallout on these, Sometimes I actually dip it in and then Fix Plus it one more time just to kind of minimize the amount of fallout. But I'm going to take this and place it in the very last spot that has no color. You can see the fallout's already happening. And we are going to blend that as well. But you can see that color, that kind of deep purple. This kind of reminds me of a butterfly, these colors. And some might think this is like a fall color scheme, but to me this is more of like a late summer color scheme. And I'm actually really enjoying this color story right now. I did not think it worked when I first pulled them, and I was actually kind of really terrified. But I have to say, I think this looks like really good. Actually, this is why we do palette bingos and palette gauntlets and random challenges, because you come up with things that you never ever would have thought of yourself. And it reminds me of like when I did my latest Q&A, Get Ready With Me. I can't remember who asked, but somebody asked me like, how do I get inspired by color? This is one of the ways. Just like do a random challenge, because it kind of opens up your eyes to something that you never would have thought of before. Okay, I am enjoying this. I think it looks really good. The only other thing I'm going to do is go right back into Tiki one more time, and I am getting all the excess off, because I'm just going to use this underneath the lash line to fully blend out that pink, so that doesn't look harsh at all. But I don't want a lot of yellow, I just want enough to blend it out. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is just put on some winged eyeliner. Should I do winged eyeliner? Maybe I'll just put a line of eyeliner. I think I might like that better with this look because it's kind of rounded on the edge. So I'm just gonna put on some eyeliner and mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is the final look. I'll put all the other things on my face, like my foundation and blush and highlight. I'll put that all down in the description bar in case you're curious. But I really like how the eyes turned out. Really fun to do this. I have to admit, I kind of didn't really feel like bothering with lashes today because I just want to go out. I'm not going anywhere. We all know we're all at home, so I just want to keep lashes out of the equation. But I think that this would look really good with some nice dramatic lashes as well. But I like it without winged eyeliner. I like it just with the regular line of black eyeliner. I think that that works really well with this. I cannot wait to see what happened on Alex's challenge, because mine did not go at all. It never goes the way that you expect it's going to be. You always have some kind of like idea, oh yeah, I'll get this cool combination and it will be easy, and no, it's never easy. It's always challenging, but then you always, not always, 90% of the time I come up with something that I'm like surprised by but really love, and then this was one of those times. So I really enjoyed doing this. So happy to be collabing with Alex again. Definitely go check out her video and her channel. That will be linked as well. And I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're speaking to yourself kindly, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.